You're listening to the glorious House of Gains podcast. Here's your host, Robert Frank. What's up, everybody? Robert Frank here with you, episode 67 of the glorious House of Gains podcast. I am at the round table of testosterone, which is actually a square because there's a leaf in the middle of the table. Sitting across the table from me is the staple. He's thick in the midsection. Don't let him bang your daughter because she'll need a C-section. Jacked man with the permanent tan, Ray Worldwide. What's up, Ray?
What's good, Rob? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Everybody in the building, let's get it. Let's go.
To his left, we have the butcher, the baker, the donut maker, Joey MPC. What's up, Joe?
Another one.
To his left, we have the man that steers the ship, the Pody, the host of This Week in Sports. What's up, Ant? And to his left, oh shit, I don't even know if I know the intro anymore. He's the most aesthetic creature in the crew, Jimmy Triceps. What's up, Jim?
Confess your love to Tricep, you bitches. I'll never leave you down.
Never
let you down again. Good to be back, motherfuckers.
Let's get a round of applause. Jimmy Triceps back in the house, man. We missed you, man.
I jacked that all up, my intro. It's been a while.
It's all good. It's all good. A couple of things we'll get to before we get to the show. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to our man Tim Kopelek for actually getting Jacked and Juicy tattooed on his fucking biceps.
Wait,
Tim,
what?
You're a savage.
Bro, I got a cameo a few weeks ago, and it was this dude who wants to get wanted. He didn't get it yet. I guess his wife or girlfriend, I forget who it was, booked the cameo for him and said, hey, like, he wants to get Jacked and Juicy tattooed on his biceps. Like, on his inner, one says Jacked, one says Juicy.
Jesus.
And I was like, yo, when you get it, make sure you reach out to us and let us know that you got it. Send it to somebody. And Ray got it, I guess, what was it, today or yesterday? You sent it to me today. And he actually got it, man.
Stop
So
it.
Big Tim has... and the Juicy is almost the same script as, like, the Juicy AF tank tops. Available only at robertfrank615.com.
Is that the first tattoo somebody's gotten that you know of?
Of Jacked and Juicy?
No, of like a Robert Frank.
Yeah. I think someone out in the UK got the emoji done.
No, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. But anyway, so Big Tim, big shout out to you, my man. Always got to say what's up to all my Patreons. Listen, guys, we are fucking growing like a penis with 2 hard AF in them over on Patreon. I want to say a big what's up to the newest members who have joined since last show. Robert FTW. Paul Young is back in the house after a brief hiatus. What's up, Paul Y? I see you. Kyle Rogers, Daniel Tran, Eric Rickel, John Kemmerer, Samuel Collier, Peter Mossely, and Damian D. Ferrero are our new Patreons since last week. Big shout out to you guys. Welcome aboard. I hope you're enjoying all the exclusive content over on Patreon. Make sure you guys participate in all the polls. Make sure you guys use all your special discount codes that you get over there and watch all the videos, comment, all that good shit. And, of course, my God Amongst Men tier members, Hank Bauer, Zach G, Damian McCoy, Chris Henderhan, Anthony Capola, Riley Weir, Aaron Torres, Cody Lawson, Austin Thomas, John Nelson, and our newest God Amongst Men member, Daniel Tran. What's up, brothers? So thank you guys so much. Now that Patreon is out of the way, want to let you know that next Tuesday, and this is breaking news for all the bros at the table too. What are you guys doing next Tuesday? Because I'm not going to be around Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. So is there any way that we could do the podcast Tuesday? So maybe we'll be all right. So maybe we'll be a day early next week, guys. So next Tuesday, not Wednesday, we will do the live stream probably around the same time, around 8 p.m. I'll be in Sarasota the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Then I'm home the night of the 19th, and then the 20th, me, Ray Worldwide, and Beard So Strong are in Manhattan for Ring of Honor once again. Really excited. Speaking of our man Beard So Strong, tomorrow, which is going to be Thursday. What's the date on that Thursday? I didn't do a hump day either today, did I? I'll do it in the intro. Tomorrow's going to be the 11th, right? So July 11, 2019, our man Beard So Strong is going to be a guest on the 10K Rum podcast. Live stream you can check out. Just search 10K Rum over on your YouTube machine. And at about 12 p.m. tomorrow, Beard So Strong will be a guest on the Brooke Potter Show. Brooke and his co-host, or maybe Brooke's the co-host. I forget how it works. Maybe they're just both hosts of the show. Jay's going to be on there talking everything about toxic masculinity and all the bitches that he's fucking these days. Hope none of them are listening to this show because there are a few. Also,
Just iced him.
I just iced Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm kidding. He's only banging one chick. And the one chick that's listening, it's you. Not the other ones, right? No. Wait, what? All right. Anyway, so that's going to be tomorrow at 12 p.m. Actually, Jay's going to be over my house tomorrow doing the show. So maybe I'll pop in a little bit too. Also want to remind everybody, guys, steelsup615.com. The code is RF10. I know I keep mixing it up on you guys, and I get a lot of DM, well, not a lot, but probably at least one a day, saying I try to use RF615 and it's not working because the code is RF10. Please make sure you're checking out my Instagram bio, my Facebook bio, my YouTube bio, so you guys are using the correct code. And I think after all of that, we could get into Mr. Triceps here.
Yo.
So people want to know, man, where the fuck have you been? There's been mixed reports. There's been contract disputes. That's why you haven't been around. You've been terminated. That's why you haven't been around. You and Ray Worldwide don't get along. That's why you haven't been around.
That's never been said.
So let's clear the air. The floor is yours, Mr. Triceps. The thousands and thousands of Glorious House of Games podcast listeners want to know, where have you been?
All right, first up, let me just say what's up to my boy Hayes. I see in the live stream, man.
What's up?
Hayes is one of the OGs, bro. He's you know who my boy Hayes is. I always talk about him. You know who he is. Never mind. But just shout out to my boy Hayes.
What up, Hayes?
All right, so yeah, check it out. Right, I just wanted to dispel a bunch of rumors of why I haven't been here. Just kind of because I'm a little tired of getting all these DMs about it. But here we go. What do you got going on, right? Just moving gummy bears? Where are you taking my gummy bears,
he's
man?
going. He's going over in the corner to eat a bunch of gummy bears. See, that's the respect that Ray Worldwide has for this podcast. He doesn't want to make noise by opening up bags and shit like that. But yeah, he's over off in the corner right now eating some gummy bears, trying to get his carb level up. Maybe he's a little hypo, as they say. Maybe he's taking a little of that ADA load. Maybe a little lightheaded and needs some carbohydrates. But Jimmy,
all right, so check it out, man. I'll make this quick. Dan, how long has it been? Joe, how long has it been?
Months.
Honestly, I don't know. I would say probably 3 months,
Holy
3
crap.
months.
So, in the beginning, when I first stopped coming, there was nothing to it. It was just something that come up. But each week, it was something. It was something would pop up. There was nothing behind it. It was just scheduling and couldn't be here. But as the weeks went by, to be honest, and I'm just going to be as transparent as possible, I started losing some interest in the podcast. I know.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
Thank God.
so what I did was I started, the bottom line is this, man. I didn't want to stick around if I wasn't 100% into it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be here half-ass, kind of just... Man, a lot of the times I was catching myself just on my phone messing around during the podcast, and that's just in a nutshell. It's kind of disrespectful to everybody else that's here. So after time went by, I said, you know what, man, my head's not in it. I'm just gonna step away for a little bit. So there was no, and I know everybody was all just ball busting, but I just want to clear it up because, my DMs literally every day somebody asked me about it. But no, I wasn't terminated. Joe said last week that something about not fitting in. I think I fit in pretty well. I think that,
I wasn't here last week.
or the week before, whatever it was, he said I didn't fit in. But I think really what he meant was, like I said, I wasn't flowing with what was going on. And like I said, I reached out to Rob and I said, dude, because what was happening was every Wednesday he was reaching out to me like, yo, are you in or out? And I felt bad at that. At one point I said, look, dude, you don't have to keep, I'm just going to just step away. This way too, if there's anybody else, I'm not holding anybody else back. Like if Jay wanted to come on the show, he could have the seat permanently. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to disrespect the show in any way by kind of being there sometimes. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to step away. Now I will say this: I want to apologize to Rob, to face, because in the beginning of this game, this is over a year ago, Rob did come to me at one point when we didn't know if this thing was ever going to work out, and he said, bro, just do me a favor, no matter what, man, just please don't ever leave me.
Just don't bail on me,
Don't
bro.
bail on me, even if this thing goes, just sink with the ship if it goes down. And I promised him that I would sink with the ship. So I do apologize for bouncing on you, but like I said, man, I just wasn't into it for various reasons, man. But there's nothing.
Do you want to get
behind it.
into any of those reasons, or you want to keep them to yourself? I
Um,
think it's interesting for the people to know, like, what's going on in your head of why. Maybe why. I mean, you could just let it all air out. Nobody's gonna get mad. I mean,
No. I just don't. I don't know, man. I feel like I have like a different. We all have our certain personalities, right? I mean, specific personalities. But I just feel like, for me, I don't know how to say. I don't know. Like, I feel like I have that more of that military-minded, like, strictness, where, like, I kind of, I don't know. I know I like to play around with you guys and stuff like that, and it, you know, this podcast is very, you know, light, and you guys have fun. I don't know, man. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like.
Can I chime in?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, chime in, Joe.
So, first off, briefly, when you guys were just discussing, because I didn't know that conversation ever happened, which is, you know, I guess cool that you guys talked about that without, like, jumping out of the ship or whatever you were just saying, which then reminded me, do you guys remember a couple years ago an Italian cruise ship sunk and the actual captain bailed?
Yes,
let the
I
ship
do remember
go
that.
down.
Yeah, you're
He's like,
never supposed to do
fuck
that.
This.
Yeah.
So that quickly just reminded me of that. But I think what you're trying to say.
Thank you.
What I was trying to say when I said not fitting in is not necessarily not fitting in, because that has negative connotation.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is what you're almost trying to say right
Right.
now is our perspective on things are different, and the way we talk is different. Like, at some point tonight, I'm going to be talking about me shaving my butthole tonight, which I did earlier before I came here, okay?
So sexy.
So, and I just don't see you going that in depth about your, you know, personal life, whereas I don't care.
Right.
I needed my wife to help me shave my butthole because I'll explain later, but
Nope.
that's my
You do realize we just got over 3,000 new subscribers. Probably a couple of them are in the live stream right now. And they're like, "They're talking about shaving butthole. I'm out of here, man. Fuck this."
I'll get into it. It's a health reason. But I think that's my reason. You know, a lot of weekends we go out and you're not with us. It's hard to relate to the stories we're talking about because you're not out with us. And you have your own reasoning behind that, which is understandable. So that's kind of what I meant by not fitting in. So anyone who out there who thinks everyone's got like a beef or whatnot, just you do certain things with Rob. You've done certain things with me, going to the gym. You did something with Ray specifically recently. But you don't usually do like the same exact things that we all do together, which is like a lot of us like to get drunk and stupid and somehow get into some kind of fight and shit like that, or talk about certain things. So.
Right. So, and again, that's why. And I tell you what, that's why I love Joe, and he's here. And I was hoping he was going to be here because he always helps tie everything up. But I feel like I'm just a little more reserved. You know what I'm saying? So, and on the weekends and stuff like that. For you guys that don't know, I don't drink at all. I'm not a partier. Don't get it twisted. There's a reason I don't drink anymore. It's because I paid my dues a long time ago, man. So, you know, I try to, at some point in my life, I just made a change, and I said, you know what, I'm going to leave all that alone. So when
That
these
might
guys,
be a podcast all in itself.
We said we were going to do that a while ago.
I know,
I think
me and you will do it.
I think we spent a good 6-hour road trip from Mark Bell's podcast in Sacramento all the way to LA, and I think that's pretty much the bulk of the conversation was your escapades back in the day. But anyway, that's definitely something we could do because it's interesting and it's definitely relatable. Because I know, dude, I'm right there with you, man. I wasn't making the same decisions you were, but I know for a fact I have a problem. It's never escalated like some of the things that what you did. But anyway, nothing against you, man. Hey.
No. And like I said, that would be a good show because I got some wild stories. But like I said, man, I had a personal conversation with Rob, and I told him straight up, like, yo, I think I'm gonna back away. There was never like, yo, you need, So I just that just dispel all that shit. It was my decision, and again, I didn't want to. All these guys are my friends here, and I felt like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and half-ass some shit. So.
Yeah, never be, because people think the first thing they think of when people disappear is, oh, they're beefing, they're not friends anymore. So that couldn't be any further from the truth.
Roger.
So we do have a super chat from our man Merrill Coleman. He said, "Welcome back, Jimmy." All right,
Yep.
Jimmy's back. He said, "Rob, question: where did you post the chicken thigh prep video? Thanks, guys. Keep it up. Let's go." So Merrill, the chicken thigh prep video is on my Patreon page, and you could find, I think Merrill's a Patreon, but if not, Merrill, you could join for $5 a month, and that will give you all access to all the behind the scenes exclusive videos, and you could find that video. It's just basically called chicken thighs, to get in between the chicken's thighs or something like that. I don't know.
Chick's thighs.
In between the chick's thighs, yeah.
And just so people know, I feel like I gotta pay $5 for that shit.
There's a lot of shit we put on Patreon.
Not only that, but diet advice that
Yeah.
these fitness people put out there, they charge a hell of a lot more than $5 to talk about diet.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm doing online coaching now. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
So to get a little taste of diet advice, $5 plus all this other stuff ain't that bad.
Brendan with a $6 dono says, "Welcome back, Jimmy. Ray looking juicy AF tonight. Have a sip of Jack for me, Rob." Actually, I'm drinking clear tonight because the minute I start drinking Jack, I won't stop drinking Jack.
What do you mean clear?
I have Grey Goose and Sprite.
Excuse
Sprite
me.
Yeah, I know. I've said in the past, girls drink vodka. But cheers, my brother.
Wow.
Yeah, girls drink vodka, men drink whiskey.
I drink vodka all the time, and I am a man.
I don't know about all that,
Well,
but anyway,
now
prove it to the live stream that you're a man. Whip your fucking dick out. Go ahead.
No.
All right, so that was...
There goes another 200 people.
Yeah, all good. Chris Merzin, I don't know what kind of currency this is, but it's 120 of something, and there's no comment, just a bunch of donations, so thank you very much.
Yen, maybe?
Maybe. So, Pody, if you can keep a lookout and see if he says, or he or she has any comments, we want to make sure that we read that. So, again, let me tell you, a lot of you guys are here, a lot of you guys are chiming in or watching the playback of this podcast because of Mr. Joe Rogan. And, yeah, it's really cool that he played a video of mine on his last podcast, I guess it was 2 podcasts ago, 1321, the podcast with the strongman Robert Orbst, I think his name is, Oberst or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I am so glad, as I never want to say they're annoying, because no DMs are annoying. The word I'll use is overwhelming, because I get so many. But on Monday night at about 10:30, it was somewhere, because I was still on the treadmill at Zoo. It was either 10:30, 11, or 11:30 at night. My DMs, all of a sudden, it was like all at once. So whenever Joe Rogan uploaded his podcast to YouTube, must have been sometime around like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night on Monday night. Eastern Standard Time. And what happened is the part where he talks about me is almost an hour into the show. It's like the 55-minute mark. So that would make sense that at 10:30 or 11 o'clock, whatever time it was, my DMs just started blowing the fuck up. Because as soon as people get the alert, the Joe Rogan Experience episode, 1321 is available, people start listening right away. And, so a lot of you are here because of him, and I want to say welcome. I did a little video earlier on YouTube just explaining, listen, we do a live stream. We have podcast playback on this channel. But you're also going to find the rage videos, the skit videos, all the other shit that we do. The Q&As, the DM whispers, all the fun shit, right? So... Pody, is there a way that you could pull up a little piece? For those of you who didn't hear it, I'm not going to play the whole thing because he talked about me for 3 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah, buddy.
But Pody, could you play a little piece of Mr. Joe Rogan? And this is courtesy of the Joe Rogan Experience, episode 1321.
Do you know who Robert Frank is? He's a hilarious Instagram guy. I can't recall, but it sounds really familiar. He's really funny, man. He's like, he talks like this. He's really fast. Yes. He's got this fucking hilarious rant about someone getting the girl pregnant, taking responsibility. And he goes, I have to ask you. He goes, if you're trying to get jacked and tan, what kind of gear are you on? Especially your gear to get your girl pregnant. What kind of sweaters do you have?
It's the worst Robert Frank impersonation.
He's another one. He gets censored off of Instagram all the time. They pull his posts, and he's got 1 million followers, and they won't give him a fucking blue check mark. That's ridiculous. I don't understand. That's our livelihood. A lot of people, that's social media is how we feed our fucking family. Well, also, he's fucking funny. Yeah. But he's funny with toxic masculinity.
Right.
He's toxic.
Because his opinion's different. We're not allowed to have it.
He's jacked and tan! That's him right there.
Yeah. He's not tan, he's red.
Play
That
this, play
motherfucker's
this.
red.
He's
All right,
funny.
that's good, Pody. All right, so that was Joe Rogan, and then he played the video. My girl live stream. I apologize if you couldn't hear that audio. He played the video. My girl said, she's pregnant, or I got some girl pregnant, or something like that. It was a video I did last year, late last year. You can find it on my Instagram. But yeah, and for those of you, because I get every time I post a video, I'll see a bunch of comments saying, "How come you're not verified? Where's your verification badge?" Follower count, I'll say this again probably for the 10 millionth time. Follower count has zero to do with you being verified on Instagram. It has to do with press. How much press do you have? And who you know, who you blow is definitely something. And also,
I doubt. I don't know if I agree with the who you blow because you spoke to everyone.
yeah, but no, I'm saying at Instagram. Who you blow at Instagram. Because I'll say it, I've had Dan Bilzerian reach out to his bro at Instagram, and they straight up told him no. Now, if Dan Bilzerian can help me get verified, and this was a year and a half ago, this isn't anything recent, and I've had plenty of press. I just counted.
They don't fucking care. Bro.
Yeah, no, I know they don't care. And
They
again,
hate you.
toxic
Instagram
masculinity
hates you.
is frowned upon, and what they do is they probably say, okay, this dude is legit. He's got this. I've been in Maxim, Home and Business, Tosh.0, MassageTherapy.com. I have another article that's going to be airing tomorrow on USAToday.com.
Really?
Asbury Park Press. Yeah,
Nice.
they did an interview with me 2 weeks ago, and it should go live tomorrow. That is who doesn't know USA Today, right? That's a very popular publication, right? So I have plenty of that. And then they're like, all right, he fits all these boxes. Now let's go to his page and see. And the first thing they see is, oh, fuck that bitch, this fucking cunt, fuck women.
Let me ask you a question. Is WorldStar verified?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, but WorldStar's been verified since like day one.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that WorldStar, Barstool, all those multimedia pages, I think Instagram and all these platforms, they kind of know what to expect. Like they're not creating original content. They kind of get a pass.
Right.
But for a creator like me, that's where they're like, yeah, fuck this dude. Let this motherfucker suffer for a little while. But what's funny is Facebook owns Instagram, and my Facebook is verified, my Instagram is not. And I have more followers, so that follower count theory is out the window. I got more followers on Instagram. Also, shout out to everybody who follows the side page, which is over 100,000 followers now, 103 to be exact. So everybody following Robert_Frank615, that is me. A lot of people are saying this is a fake page. It's not Robert Frank. No, motherfuckers, it's me. I have 2 pages. And to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, but YouTube owns Twitter. Is that correct? That's what somebody told me. No? Maybe they're 2 different things?
I believe so.
Google, maybe.
Okay. Well, Google.
And they own YouTube, right?
Well, Google owns YouTube, and I think
So-
my publicist said that. That's what Dom was saying. He said so. They're connected somehow, and my YouTube is verified, but my Twitter is not. So
Even though like Instagram and Facebook owns Instagram. If you go out to California, and I went to both the headquarters, they're very close to each other, but they're definitely 2 separate
Separate entities.
campuses. It's very separate. Facebook, you're allowed to walk around on the property. Instagram, you're not. You are not allowed to go onto that property. There's like the Instagram camera at the main gate. I tried going in there, and they fucking stopped me, security. So they're 2 different places.
yeah,
I was talking somebody, I'm not going to name drop, but I was talking to somebody recently who's got a couple pages verified, and has been trying to get half of his team verified, which
I think Tank Sinatra has 3 pages verified too. It's like,
but he
what the
can't
fuck?
get anybody on his team verified. Like he's been trying for years now to get other, like his manager and other people. He can't get it done. So anyway,
So 2 more quick things about Joe Rogan. So I just want to say hello to everybody who's here because of the Joe Rogan Experience. Welcome aboard. Number 2, he had a guest on the show that he talked about me, Robert Oberst, I think that's his name. And not going to get into too much of him. And again, I thank all the bros for DMing me, telling me I was mentioned, because I never would have listened to that podcast. I like Joe. I'm a fan of his. I think he's cool. But strongmen don't interest me, so I never would have listened to that show. And I heard they played a clip. Joe, they usually do like a little YouTube clip. This guy said deadlifts, nobody should be deadlifting. This is coming from like a 6'8", 400-pound strongman who you would think deadlifts all fucking day long. He said people shouldn't be deadlifting. So for all you deadlifters out there, fuck you. And last thing about Joe Rogan, everybody now is saying, when are you going on his podcast? When are you going on the Joe Rogan podcast? Guys, the way that it works with Joe Rogan is he has to ask you, or his manager has to ask you, reach out to you. It's not the other way around. You don't fucking call up Joe. Yeah, right. You don't call up Joe Rogan, the #1 podcast in the world, be like, hey, when can I come on, bro? You let them reach out to you. But I will say this. I've had plenty of conversations with him personally over the past 3 or 4 days. Friday night, I think him and I went back and forth through DM. We're not on text level yet, so we're not friends, but we're in the DMs, right? And he back and forth a good 20-25 minutes nonstop back and forth.
No nudes yet?
So it's like no nudes. But it was like he was typing, I was typing. He was typing, I was typing. He like not like a 5-10 minutes later another response, anything like that. So wishful thinking, guys. But I do know
selfies yet?
No selfies. I do know that he puts out polls every once in a while, or surveys or something, or one of his side pages that he has. Who would you like to see on the Joe Rogan Experience? That's when you guys can say, hey, bring Robert Frank on the show. That would be awesome. But I don't want you guys blowing him up and being like, tagging him and adding me and all this and that, because that's just, dude, that's annoying, because I would hate for people to do that to us. You know what I mean? Hey, get this person on your podcast, especially when it's massive amounts of people doing it all at one time. So be patient, guys. Eventually it will happen. We're putting it out to the universe. Robert Frank 615 will be sitting across from Big Joe Rowe one of these days.
Yeah, buddy.
So that's Joe Rogan. This weekend, guys. Jimmy, we haven't talked about your weekends in a while. What'd you do this weekend?
Boats and boats.
No boats, but shout out to my boy White Before Red, who I see in the live stream too. Come home soon, buddy. He's over. Oh, he's actually in your neck of the woods. Frat House Dave. He's in Bermuda.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll be in Bermuda on the 27th.
He just got there today. He's coming back a week from today.
Nice.
I've been busy over the weekends with some personal stuff, man. I got some family here from out of town, so I've been just dealing with, hanging out with them, doing some stuff, normal stuff, nothing crazy.
Okay.
But we will be out on the boat, though, right?
Shout out, and I'm going to say it one more time, shout out to Frat House Dave, because all right, let me just get this out of the way. Yes, some of you may or may not know that I acquired a boat, but some of you may not know, you know this, Ray knows this, but I went in bought a boat with a friend of mine whose name is Frat House Dave, who's in the live stream somewhere. But what was the point of that?
We're going to be out on the boat.
Oh yeah, we're going to be out on the. But we got it. Yes, we will be out on the boat. But last time. Oh, Joey brought it up on one of the podcasts how that we were talking about going out, and Dave texted me. He's like, "I see you're making plans to go out on my boat, but it's our boat." But go ahead. That's it.
All right. So there's a little boat trip going on. So that nothing major. Everything's been good. We got about 3 months of weekends to catch up on. Anything exciting going on in your life?
I'm gonna come back to me. I'm gonna think of some stuff and we'll come back to me.
Well, I know for a fact that Joey Baggs, myself, and Ray Worldwide were together for some of the weekend anyway. Friday night, Joey Baggs and myself went out to New York City. And we went out to go see our main man, Vinny Bag of Chips, who you guys, Patreon members, you saw the videos. We posted some with Vinny, and he misses you guys, of course. And I know you guys miss him. Vinny's a, very good co-host. So shout out to Vin, but we went to go see Vinny and AJ over in NYC. Did a little bar hopping that night. And Joe, didn't we have a little interesting altercation as soon as we got out of the car?
We did. We had a couple interesting altercations. I don't really want to get into too much detail because it was our fault. Instigating.
No.
Okay.
Let's start with.
I will not use the language that was used. I will just explain. I park my car in downtown Manhattan. We park on the street, get out of the car. The second we get out of the car, I'm on the phone with my cousin who's in his apartment with my brother, Vin. And I'm saying, yo, I'm downstairs. Where's the main door? Because there's so many fucking doors down there on the street. You don't know what door it is. And I've been there a dozen times. So as I'm on the phone with him, this dude walks by with his girl, walks past Rob with, you can't see me right now. So imagine a guy walking down the street with imaginary lat syndrome.
No. Here's what happened. He walked past me, and his girl looked at me like she wanted to drop to her knees and suck my cock right then and there. And as they were arm in arm, I guess he got the vibe that she was eyeing me up. And as they walked past, I forgot all about them because I may or may not have had a couple road sodies, right? So then I'm like, what does a guy do and she was very attractive. When a hot chick walks past you, like face to face walks past you, what does every fucking bro do?
Check her ass
You
out.
turn around to see what the booty looks like, right?
Give her the what's really good look.
Well, yeah, I did that as she was walking past me, but if her back is to me, I can't give her the what's really good look. So as I turn around to check out the glutes to see, how much she's squatting back there, her man, I notice, is doing one of these, like walking like this with imaginary lat syndrome, like mocking me, making fun of me.
Because you look like that without actually faking it. You have shoulders that are, nice shoulders, whatever.
Ooh, say that again? I have what shoulders?
So you look like you lift weights. So he's making fun of you, mocking you.
Right.
So as he's walking with his girl,
Big dude or what?
He's bigger than me.
Yeah,
taller than me.
Yeah, he was a regular sized guy. He wasn't like some small guy or anything, but he wasn't in shape guy. So by him doing that, he was clearly making fun of Rob.
Yeah,
he really had his arms flared out.
Oh,
like look at me. Oh, you're a tool bag. So Rob goes, hey, come back here. Guy doesn't say anything. Rob goes, hey, put your fucking arms down. You making fun of me?
No, I never said you making fun of me.
All right, you get my point. I'm fucking.
I think I remember exactly what I said, minus the F word.
Yeah, please don't say that.
No,
word.
I won't. But
he said, put your fucking arms down,
right,
or I'll put them down for you.
Well, that's what I said originally.
Then
and then he
on.
never looked back. I said, come back here.
Yeah, don't
I'm not
finish the
going
sentence.
to. And then he just kept walking, and I think you...
I just kept saying, yo, chill, AJ, come downstairs now.
You better get
because I don't want to go 2-on-1, because you never know. You need a couple more people,
Yeah, but he had one.
Dude, what if
it was him versus
MMA?
me?
All right, but if he's like an MMA dude, and
oh my God, here's this fucking MMA shit again.
Dude, listen. I was doing the bat sign. AJ, get down here now. AJ came down real quick.
Yeah.
So we had backup just in case. Listen, if you got more people with you, bring them all. I'm not just going 2-on-1. You don't know what the guy knows. Anyway, that's as soon as that started, I knew the night was going to be fucked up because.
Because
I didn't even park my car yet, and then we go upstairs and we all are doing shots of Gentleman's Jack.
Yeah, I bought a whole bottle of Gentleman's Jack Daniels. It was gone by the time we left
before we left the room. So then all four of us, and now
pounding shots.
If you know the other two guys, they're typically more riled up than Rob. So now there's three of them that are all like, yeah, let's have a great night. So we go to a couple bars. The city was dead because of 4th of July, but we eventually found one bar that I think it was like a bachelorette party there had to be 20 girls, like Asian girls. So we went into like a VIP area, And, you know, my brother did his usual dance moves.
Did you walk into a bar or a rub and tug?
No, it was a bar. And let me tell you, usually Asians are 12 to 6, built 12 to 6. These were like these thick Asians.
Yeah.
Like, they may have been Filipino. I don't know what they were, but they definitely.
And it quickly turned into, my brother became Magic Mike.
Yeah.
It was
middle of the dance floor.
He was getting smacked around. It was pretty good. We recorded some stuff.
I think AJ almost knocked some chick out.
Oh my god, and that's another thing. So then there was an altercation between one of the members of the crew and a couple of the females because
she tried to grab his
She
hat.
tried to like smack the hat off of his head, and it just got chaotic real quick. And I'm like, what the fuck? Everywhere we go, there's always some kind of fighting happening, and it gets tiring.
You know what it is? It's AJ. No, and listen, I mean that in the most endearing way. AJ just has this like, start some shit with me, motherfucker look, and if
Really?
you don't, yeah, he just has that look like he's looking for shit without him saying anything.
Well, you remember years ago we were in the car with our barber when him and the barber went at it.
Yeah.
And I'm driving, and we were at a fucking DUI stop.
In
And
the
they're
middle
fighting.
of the DUI stop, and they're like fist fighting. in
I'm
the
like,
car.
you guys are fucking... So, everywhere we go, there's always drama. So, but we eventually left that night. We got stuck in the tunnel, the Holland Tunnel, for over an hour.
Oh, god damn.
And we were
But
trying to
Travis said he
figure
was
out
dead.
what the fuck happened. As soon as we pop out of the tunnel, guess what's there? DUI stop.
Yep. And Joey has been drinking all
Oh, come on,
Nah,
guys.
you were good. You were good.
Me and Rob, we were fine. We made
But this
it.
wasn't your normal DUI stop where they stop every car. They were picking
just
and
flashing
choosing. Yeah, they were
in
just
the
picking
car.
Out
and
of the
choosing.
fucking tunnel?
Like,
come
dude,
on, bro.
Seriously, they
Dude.
backed up traffic. The traffic, we were parked in the tunnel for an hour. We were so pissed off.
I was out like a light.
Yeah, this guy's
I was
fucking
so
sleeping.
worn. So, speaking of altercations, let me tell you guys another story. I told Jimmy and Joey this already. Ray, I didn't tell you this one, or Pody didn't hear this one. This is good. So Friday, I get my hair cut every Friday, right? And next to my barbershop, there's a 7-Eleven. For those of you who don't have 7-Elevens near you, I'm sure everywhere in the country has 7-Elevens,
Oh
right?
yeah, they're everywhere.
They're like a little convenience store. Because I'm a creature of habit, I always stop at this 7-Eleven. Now,
This is the greatest story in the world, by the way, and he told this story before we all went out
and
on
I
Friday
thought
night.
Joey was going
and
to die.
it was that we were dying.
So this 7-Eleven has been the only store in this strip mall for months, right? Because that's the first thing that they built. But now there's a nail salon, there's a pizzeria, there's a realty, there's everything. Everything is full. So now parking is at an extreme premium, right? So I pull into the 7-Eleven. And the only spot that was available was a spot that was right next to 2 handicap spots. Now, I was about to pass the spot, and I was like, oh shit, cut my wheel real quick, pulled into the fucking spot. Now my tires were clearly over the line of the handicap spot. Like, I was in 2 spots, basically, but not by much, but I was definitely over the line, right? I never think about my parking. I just get out of the car and go. This is the first time that I ever said, damn, I should repark this shit. And then I'm like, yo, they're handicap spots. Who the fuck is going to come here? And I'm going to be in and out. It's a 7-Eleven. You're in and you're out, right? So I'm like, fuck this. I even leave my car running. So I get out of the car. I go into 7-Eleven. 30 seconds tops, I'm in and out. Okay, that's a lie. Maybe a minute and 30 seconds. I'm in and out, right? I walk out, and it looks like this dude is now parked in the handicap spot with this big ass truck, like this, I don't know, like a utility vehicle truck, whatever. Like a van, like a big van type thing.
Like the white van you kidnap kids in?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. A creeper van. No,
Yeah.
not like Jimmy's creeper van. A different creeper van. And it looked like this dude was in my passenger, like went into my passenger seat, like went into my car. So I'm looking at him, and he's parked like on the passenger side of my car. And I stopped in my tracks because I did one of those things like they do in the movies. I rub my eyes and shit. I'm like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Is this motherfucker in my car? So he stood there for a minute, and then I'm watching, and then he goes right into the fucking pizzeria, which was right across the street from where we parked. It was, right across the sidewalk. Now this dude, probably mid-40s, I would say, had a dirty-ass guinea tee on, basketball shorts, slides, like Jordan slides with no fucking socks on, tribal fucking tattoos going around his arm. He was like typical white trash, right? Backwards baseball hat, like
He looked
I
like
have
the
on
guy
right
that
now.
dated Britney Spears back in the day.
He looked Kevin Federline, yeah, but like a more Spanish looking dude. So he walks into the pizzeria, and I'm walking up to my car, and all of a sudden I see on my windshield there's a fucking piece of paper stuck to my windshield. So I pick up the piece of paper, and it says in handwriting, "Learn how to park, asshole." I'm like, this motherfucker walked into the pizzeria.
By the way, the story is just getting started.
He's standing at the counter ordering his food. There's like some little Italian chick or Spanish chick, whatever it was.
So wait, you followed this dude?
I walked into the pizzeria. Yeah, I took the note. Now, mind you, I have 3 taquitos in one hand, a fucking energy drink in the other, with the note in between my fucking hands. So live stream, if you're looking at me right now, this is how I was holding the note with like all the shit in my hand. I was like this, right? So I walk up, take the piece of paper so it's only in my left hand. His back is to me. He's ordering food. I walk up behind him, and I wasn't trying to be quiet or anything, but he didn't see me. And as hard as I fucking could, I smacked the fucking paper right in front of his face as he's ordering the food, like he's holding the menu. Smack it on the counter. This dude jumped out of his fucking... I scared the fucking piss out of him, right? He turns over his shoulder and looks at me, and I go, "You left this on my fucking car." And he was like, oh, he started stuttering, because I was a couple inches, I gave him the Jane Piano look, and Joey knows the Jane Piano look. No one ever wants that look. I was like roid rage out like a motherfucker. So I said, you left this on my fucking car. And he starts stuttering, and he's like, oh, yeah, well, you parked, and my son was trying to get out of the car. I said, fuck your son. Don't ever touch my fucking car. And I started walking out. Sitting on one of the fucking tables was this little fucking retarded kid. And like retarded where where their hands are like this retarded. Like not like Down syndrome. Maybe he did have Down syndrome. Not saying Down. Bro, my heart was in my fucking throat. But I was so mad.
The kid was in a wheelchair.
He was in a wheelchair. Sitting on... No, he was out of his wheelchair, sitting in the little fucking thing. But he was like one of like the muscular dystrophy type shit. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So I sat in my car for a good 30 seconds. And I was like, do I go in and apologize? Because I felt bad for a minute. And then I'm like, you know what? This motherfucker called me an asshole. Fuck him. And I left. So I never apologized. But yeah, that's my story about the
thinking back now.
Thinking back now, I would have went in and I would have shook the guy's hand and I would have said I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But at the time, bruh, it's like fuck.
He did call you an asshole.
He called me an asshole. What? How come? Hey, learn how to park. Even if he called me a jerk off, learn how to park, jerk off. He called me an asshole. I mean, that's
like,
bad.
my son has special needs. It's hard for him to get out of the car. Can you watch how you park next time?
Yeah, something like that. But he, so I told Joey the story on the way to. I thought he was going to crash on the turnpike because he was like crying laughing. He was like, you got to tell Vin and AJ this story. So when we get to New York, and after I had my altercation with the ILS guy, they started fucking dying laughing. It's pretty...
But I just want people to know the moral of the story is you genuinely do feel bad.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Yelled at a guy who had a handicapped kid.
Yeah.
Because what probably happened was he probably had difficulty getting out of the car because of the way you parked.
Right.
And that's what set him
Triggered
off.
him, yeah.
It triggered him. The guy probably has a rough day as it is.
Yeah.
So you then doing that, and I bet he feels the same way where he probably sat at home and he's like, I should have fucked that guy up.
Yeah. He probably did think that. But anyway, so... Random stranger in what town is that? Is that Mattawan? What city is that? Where the barbershop is?
Old Bridge.
Somewhere around there. Old Bridge. Yeah. So random stranger in Old Bridge, the white trash looking guy. I'm sorry.
Yo, I'm pulling out a freaking 7-Eleven today, right? Actually, I'm walking out of 7-Eleven, and some dudes. He walks out first. So I'm behind him. He's walking to his car. He's got no shoes on, right? So I'm like, this Joker was just in 7-Eleven with no shoes. This ain't we're not down the shore now. Like,
right.
You gotta have some shoes on to get in the store, you know. So this guy
no shoes, no service.
That's right. So he's just got socks on. He was a pretty big dude, and he's walking to his car. Right, he's parked right next to me. So he gets. Oh, and he had Florida plates. So I'm like, well, maybe in Florida, you know, they don't wear shoes in the convenience stores, whatever. So we both get in our cars at the same time. He starts pulling out. I start pulling out first, but then he starts pulling out and almost hits me. So I stop, and I'm staring at the guy. He turns around, looks dead at me, and just gives me the finger. Stares at me and gives me the finger. And he's not just like fingering and getting in the car and go. He's just staring at me like this. And I'm like, what is this, man? Like,
wait, how far away are you from him now? You're like standing outside his car?
No. We're both in our cars.
Okay.
So we're both pulling out. I pulled out first, then he started pulling out, and he went like this. So he's backing into me.
So you can't go anywhere.
I can't go nowhere, right? And he's just giving me the finger. So I have some triggers. It's funny too because did you see what happened with Enzo? Did you see that little video? He got into it with some kid last night at a concert. They were crowds of people around. Enzo and this kid were squaring up with each other about to fight, and Enzo walked away from it.
He's got to.
Yeah. So I DM'd him like, yo, you know, good for you for walking away. So we started talking, and I'm like, look, it takes a lot for me I take that back. I have a trigger. I'm either going to walk away for some shit or I'm going to snap and we're going to go at it.
Yeah.
This situation, I don't even, like, I was dumbfounded. I didn't know what to do. The kid dude just giving me the finger, right? So then he turned around, he starts going. And as he's starting to pull out, he looks at me, stops the car and looks at me and blows me a kiss.
Oh my God.
Yo, and then
that's because he recognized you then. He was like, oh shit, that's Jimmy Triceps.
Jimmy Triceps.
Yeah, with this Joker, then he pulled out into the street. He was in the wrong lane, oncoming traffic coming at him head on. Had to swerve. This Joker must have been drunk, man, or something. But yeah, that's my story.
So Reese 2 with a dono to the channel says, why you drinking white wine, queer? I'm not drinking white wine. I'm drinking Sprite Zero and Grey Goose because I'm going to go to the gym after this. And if I start drinking Jack, I'm never going to stop. So, yeah.
So did we all have aggressive weekend?
Well, yeah, we're just going to get to that, too. On Saturday, we had a barbecue, and Ray Worldwide was there. And that's the day that we filmed the Drake video, where Take Your Nose Off My Keyboard video, which got some rave reviews, except for a couple who think that I'm racist, and but we'll get into that in a minute. And Ray Worldwide, at one point, we were all outside, you know, having a couple of fucking drinks, and everybody feeling good. I think this is after we already filmed the video. Everybody's vibing, feeling good. And then somebody came up to me, because I'm in the backyard fucking around with the video. Somebody came up to me and was like, yo, Ray is about to whoop some dude's ass. And I was like, Ray? Ray is like the most non-aggressive dude until his snap button gets pressed. And that rarely happens, but you don't want to be there when it does happen. And apparently it happened. So, Ray, what the fuck happened?
Yo, if you're a man and you put your hands on a woman, you's a punk bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no middle ground on that. If you put your hands on a woman, you're a punk bitch. So one of the guests at the barbecue had her child in her hand. So she's holding her child. And the father of her baby daddy was mushing her in the face.
Oh, dude.
As she's holding a 10-month-old. So I didn't see the hands, I didn't see that part.
Oh, was that you that did that, Pody? Okay.
I didn't see that part, but I go out and, there's some things going on. So yeah, this little punk bitch, I mean, this dude's probably 5 foot fucking 88 pounds.
Yeah.
I was ready to toss him across the street.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I drop this dude, I don't know what's going to happen to her when she gets home. You know what I mean? Because I know the situation. But yeah, don't put your hands on a woman, man, especially if they got kids in their hand.
Well, good for you for not escalating it too, though, man. You know.
And here's another thing to elaborate on that story. Once they got back home, this dude went crazy. He broke into her house and wrecked the house.
Listen,
Yo,
man.
I'm out in
Yeah.
these streets. Yo, your boy Ray Vegas is out in these streets. So
Think
yeah,
about what
I
would have
might-
happened.
I might have to take a trip.
Think about what would have happened if you like whooped his ass on the lawn, and then not only is he pissed off that he just got his ass whooped, but now he's like embarrassed about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He probably would have fucking
Yeah,
wrecked
yeah.
more than the fucking house.
I was
So-
gonna say-
yeah. That's
On top of that, the other thing with the woman is probably, even if you did that, she's not going to go anywhere anyway. I feel bad because a lot of women.
and I know the outcome, and certain things have been done, and she's making the right moves.
Is she? Okay,
Yeah.
because typically the other thing is it's the same thing when you try to like tell someone they're getting cheated on. They don't ever leave. Like you look like a dumbass for blowing up somebody's spot, and then they just stay in the relationship anyway, and then you're the bad guy. It happens usually with women who fucking rat out the guy and like your husband is cheating on you, and then the girl, her best friend now, finds out, never leaves the husband, and then now the friendship is ruined because she won't leave the guy, and that's usually what happens in those situations. So it's fucking hard to even intervene. I know it's good to do it because you don't want to see somebody get treated like that, but
Yeah.
then you end up being a fucking asshole.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
then
you're
I
right.
had another friend hit me up and was like, "Yo, I'm in some trouble. This dude, was
Oh.
drinking. This girl I know is dating some dude, and he got real handsy, and dude tried to press on her, and she had to flee where she was at. Yo, no shoes, no keys, no nothing. Like,
Damn.
Yo,
it
did
was
you
a
see-
crazy. It must have been a full moon weekend.
It was 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
That's
All the
why
savages
everybody
were
was
out
drinking.
Did you see the video in Disney?
Yeah.
Of the
Jesus,
brawl
man.
in Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it was that weekend, man. 4th of July brought the devil out in people.
Yo, so I will say this though. Never mind. I was gonna bring up a barbecue that I was at. A little more positive vibe. A friend
yeah,
of
yeah,
a friend of
positive.
mine had just come out of being incarcerated, and we had a little coming home shindig for him. But the reason I stopped saying what I was just saying is because this is just between me and you. But old boy was there. Yeah. But nobody cares about that, so keep it moving. Sorry, it just popped in my head.
So the same barbecue that Ray was referring to, that he was about to whoop some dude's ass on the lawn, that's where we filmed the skit that we did, the last video where I supposedly said the N word and then I got chased down the street. So little did I know, right? 3 of the brothers that were in the video, was Ray Worldwide, who's been best friend for fucking 30 years, right? Over 30, probably 32, 33 years, right? And Clinton Counts, our man Clinton, another brother that I've known for over 20 years, went to my wedding. I went to his wedding. He actually went on the wedding cruise, one of my best friends. And Black Brian. Can we tell a funny story about Black Brian?
Yeah, for sure.
So we had in our crew, there was a white Brian and a black Brian. And back in the day when cell phones first came out, in my phone I had white Brian as white Brian and black Brian as black Brian.
And to this day, he is in my phone.
He's
and
still
everyone's phone as
Black Brian, still to this day. So when I dropped the news to him, as I was piss drunk one night in AC back in maybe 05, 06, I was like, "Yeah, you're in my phone as Black Brian." He said, "Fuck you, man. I'm gonna put you in my phone as White Rob. You the only Rob I know, but you White Rob now." So anyway, that's the Black Brian story. But Black Brian, who I've known for Ray, 20 plus years, right?
It's
We've
been a
known
while
Ray. We've known Brian.
It's been a minute.
So they were all good with the video. Everybody knew what the video was going to be about. It was a Drake skit. I was apparently going to say the N-word and then get chased down the street. Everybody was cool with it. No fucking problems. It's like, dude, I know it's 2019. Everybody gets offended by everything, but dude, fucking relax, right? It's a skit. It's a joke. It's parody. It's comedy. And nothing was malicious. Even if I did say Nigga,
Yo,
it's
what the
nothing
fuck you
malicious.
said?
Yo, shit. What the fuck you just spelled? No, nothing was malicious, right? The next night after I post the video, I'm just on my Instagram, and requests are flying through, right? Because a lot of it because of the Joe Rogan thing and everything. And I see a particular, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to blow them up, but I see a name of a very interesting Instagram name started following me. I was like, This looks pretty. This looks pretty interesting. Let's see what this is about. Click on it, and they only have like 8 or 10 pictures on the page. But I'm scrolling through. I was like, yo, this is a motherfucker that was in my video. So I take a screenshot. I send it to Ray. I'm like, yo, Ray, is this the fucking dude that was in our video? So he goes, LOL, yes. So now I Google this name of the Instagram name that started following. Do we even say what it is? Okay, we don't say what it is. All right, I can't say that. But I Google the name of this Instagram page that started following me, and all of a sudden, like, Pornhub, Spank Bang, Bang Bros, all this started popping up. And why were the other 3 motherfuckers that were in that video porn stars? And I had no idea. So they're over here, and I'm looking through their videos, and every video, 300,000 views, 500,000 views, 1 million views, 1.3 million views, 1.8 million views. I'm over here like, damn, I'm doing these guys a favor. They're going to be in videos for a couple 100,000 views. These motherfuckers get more views than me.
They were at the barbecue because they were trying to recruit your boy.
Oh, they're trying to recruit you?
You gonna?
Oh, me? Hey, don't tell my wife. Hey, maybe. Oh, I got an idea.
White Rob
Maybe
stars in.
No, check this out. Maybe I'll wear a ski mask, and then nobody will know it's me.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Make a couple extra fuzzles.
Yeah.
Dress
So
up
anyway.
Macho Man.
So I started watching a couple of these videos, and
sure
you know, dude.
And you was like, oh, that's my
yo,
boy.
you see a fucking hot chick blowing a dude or whatever. I mean, the sausage starts to grow, and then I felt weird. I was like, I can't watch this, man. I know these dudes, man. This is weird. So anyway, yeah, it was Clinton Counts, Ray Worldwide, and Black Brian, and then 3 porn stars chasing after me down the street. So do your own investigation, bros and broettes, if you want to.
Oh boy!
If you want to see who exactly I'm talking about. But yeah, that was fucking funny. So I was mind blown. We were going to go to Joey's procedure. Actually, this is actually a really good time to get to the Ask the Bros segment. Every week on Wednesday, I post something on Patreon, which is called Ask the Bros. And it's for the Juicy AF and our God Amongst Men members. And you guys could ask us questions, and we will answer them live on the Glorious House of Gains podcast. First question. Let me just load them all up because there are a few. First question comes from Paul Young. My boy, back. My boy is back. Trying to be in the live stream tonight, and when Jimmy is back, I got more reason to stay awake. So that really wasn't a question. That was just a comment. John Nelson says, what's up, fellas? Big shout out to the crew. Thanks, Rob, for the new Juicy AF and Sick Fucking Pump tanks and the 40% off code.
Wow,
the merch
nice.
is fucking dope. What is the true beef behind Jimmy Triceps and Joey? So I guess, cleared up the fact that there's no beef, right? Joey left the table right now, but Jimmy, while you're here, any beef with Joey?
Negative, Sarge.
Negative, Sarge. Joey is back. So John Nelson he's one of the God Amongst Men members on the Glorious House again. Oh, Joey's leaving
gone.
again. Okay. He was here for a minute and then he left. So I guess he doesn't have any beef with Jimmy.
Paulie,
And
what up?
he also says, the goat cheese lean ground beef was glorious. Thank you for showing me that. Have a kick-ass week. So on Patreon, I did a little recipe for the bros, and a couple of them tried it, loved it, and it's all good. So Paul Young comes back with a question. Actual question, Robert. The new lines coming, will they be including going out stuff you were talking about a while back? Been looking forward to that stuff since you mentioned it. So Paul, it's funny you mentioned that. If you're watching the live stream right now, I'm actually wearing the muslin of one of the going out shirts that I was making. Now, what we did was we went from the startup. We didn't go to Gildan or Next Level or anything and try to come up with merch. We came where I got sent samples of 1,000 different kind of fabric. This is actually the shell or the muslin of the shirt. So it is I'm not in love with the material. I'll tell you that now. So this is the problem that we've been having back and forth, and this is just how it goes until you make a custom shirt that you are in love with. However, you can see that the neckline, if you're watching the live stream, it's a deeper neck. I hate fucking crew necks that come up to here. I fucking despise them. So it's your deeper crew neck, so it's going to give you some space. If you have, the upper pecs are fucking popping, they're going to pop out in the club. Guns will be hugging the sleeves. It's going to have a scallop back, long sleeves. You can pull them up if you want. You can do 3/4 sleeves, whatever you want to do. But you guys know me. I'm big into long sleeves. I like wearing long sleeves. So, Paul, no. The new line will not have the this going out merch just yet. It's still a work in progress. And just because you mentioned that, I made sure I put these here. We are on our third batch live stream. If you're looking at this, tanning lotion. Robert Frank is coming out with his own line of tanning lotion, bronzer. Being jacked, tan, juicy as fuck. You can't be jacked and tan without being tan, right? So we're coming out with our own tanning lotion, indoor tanning lotion, which also can be used as like a going out fucking bronzer to make sure that you look fucking dark AF. So that is still a work in progress. Again, I must have been back and forth with the chemists on this 2-3 times already, trying to fix things. I like this, I don't like this. This is what the fuck goes down. So it's a work in progress. Spencer Bird says, where's the mixtape? Please answer in depth. I have no mixtape yet, Spencer. That's about as deep as it goes.
Yeah, you know what though, man? It's funny they brought up the merch that you were talking about, because on the way here I was going over all the. I'm like, you know what? Rob's promised a lot of shit, and I think what he's talking about may not be a mixtape, but might be. You did promise a rap song at one point.
Well, Ray Worldwide is supposed to be on getting me some studio time.
I found some new leads.
I got you too, man.
We're getting close.
All right, because I have a song all written out.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I'm just ready to fucking drop it.
We're getting there.
Yeah. So Sean Darson, Rob, does it matter when doing cardio if you're hitting the, quote, fat burning target heart rate zone or not? I do fasted cardio, 15% incline, 4.0, and still can't get my heart rate to where it supposedly needs to be for fat burning. Also, does it make a difference? You're getting really technical there. But bro, I never, as long as you're fucking sweating your balls off when you're getting off the treadmill, I wouldn't really worry about where you're at. I know technically and scientifically, if you want to burn fat, you're supposed to be in that fat burning zone for 20 to 25 minutes, plus a warm up and a cool down. But dude, as long as you're fucking getting it in, you're sweating and you're doing work and you're not texting on your phone or fucking editing videos like me half the time when you're not doing cardio. Fucking just keep doing your thing, brother. You'll be all right.
Or just up the clen.
Or just up the clen. And if anybody out there follows me on Snapchat, it's the same name, Robert Frank 615, very easy to find. You'll see that I'm holding a lot of water, and I've been really strict with my diet for like the last day or so. So if anybody out there has any diuretics laying around that they want to pass off to me, I'll meet you halfway. Brandon says, hey, Rob and the crew, I was just thinking the other day, the video that got me hooked was your Eminem MGK beef video a while back. Absolute classic. So that's just a comment. But he says, question for the Pody. What are some of your early predictions for the NFL training camps that are about to start? Do you want to grab Joey's mic?
Yeah,
What do you got, Pody?
Fuck the Giants and let's go Jets.
That's your prediction. Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking training camp. What more do you want?
Yeah. All right, so I guess it's too early. So, Brandon, check back in a couple months. Andrew Amo says, hey... Yo, Pody don't give a fuck. Andrew Amo says, hey, Ray Six Nuts, what strain of kratom do you take?
What strain?
Do we still have kratom on the table?
No, we don't have it
I
on
don't
here.
I think that's a joke about different strains of, because there's different strains of weed.
The bag of kratom. That
yeah, but I think
upstairs.
Kratom has there's different.
There's a ton.
I don't think there's different strains of it.
There's a ton of.
Well, there's different like milligrams. Maybe he's talking about milligrams. I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe he's talking about cc's. How many cc's of kratom do you take? Also, Ray Six Nuts. Let me also say that forever will be ingrained in the Robert Frank 615. What do we want to call it? What's that website that debunks all the urban myths and shit like that? UrbanDictionary.com. There you go. Urban Dictionary. Ray Six Nuts will be in there one day. And Beard So Strong dismissed the fact that you can bust 6 nuts in a 24-hour period because he has tried multiple times and he said the most he can get is 4. So, Ray, I think we're going to change your name to Ray 4 Nuts because that's the most apparently that you could bust in a 24-hour period.
According to Beer So Strong. Don't believe me, just watch, bro.
Jesus.
Ask him, BJ.
Eric EP Perez, bros, will there be more workout videos? Yes, of course. This month, July, Guy Cisternino won the training video contest that I did. I put a poll on my Patreon for all former podcast guests. I limited it to 4 or 5 different names because I know we've had a few, but we'll do another poll in the future. Guy Cisternino, hands down, won the poll. I just hit Guy up today and asked him sometime in July if there was a time that he could come down and we can meet halfway because I know he's always traveling. I have a lot of travel coming up. It may not happen with Guy Cisternino this month, even though you guys voted him in. However, I will make sure I get a training video up for you guys with Tony Mascialani, who was number 2 in the poll. Tank Sinatra.
Tony's a beast, though, too. So
yeah, and Tony knows what the fuck he's doing. Tank Sinatra came in 3rd place. And Mr. Powers came in last place.
Big shout out to Max Powers.
Yeah, big shout out to Max Powers if you're listening.
Another thing real quick. Since you just touched on it, and I definitely wanted to bring this up because I don't think anybody talked about it yet. Big shout out to fucking Guy Cisternino, bro.
Yeah,
my man came. Some of you guys may or may not know. The guy competed, was it last weekend, for the first time in, I think, since the
2 years, right?
No,
Something like that?
No. It's been like a year.
Been a year?
Something like that. But my man came back and is looking good, man. He's going over to the Tampa Pro next.
What did he take? 4th, right?
4th, yeah. But
still.
Yo, here's the thing, man. If you guys go back to the podcast he was on with, was a live stream back then?
No, that was right before we started doing the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's a picture on my Instagram, I think it's still there, of me and Guy together. And it was right after his surgery. And he lost... because he had surgery, he couldn't do much. He lost a lot of size. But since that day, oh my God, this guy came back. The vengeance. I don't understand it, bro. But I'll say this till I'm blue in the face, bro. That's why a lot of times when people hit me up, my biggest DM I get is always want some kind of training advice or diet advice. And I'm always quick to say, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And lifting with Guy one time just goes to show like how much I don't know.
Right.
And because this guy went from I don't understand it. He went from fucking 0 to 100, and it's just amazing. So if you guys want advice for lifting and shit, that's the person you go to, not us, man.
And I know people are always going to say, "Oh, steroids, growth, PEDs, cleanse, this and that."
Let me tell you something.
Dude, yeah, all that is involved, but you have to fucking know what the fuck you're doing. You have to know how much it takes. And forget all that. Work. You got to put in the fucking work. You got to eat. You got to fucking sleep. You got to do your cardio. There's so much.
You're not going to grow doing 45-minute workouts like I do.
Yeah, exactly. No. So that was all the questions for the Ask the Bros. And yes, there will be more training videos. Pody, do we have a sports minute this week, sir?
Sure, we'll give it a go.
Let's go.
Alrighty, make this quick. U.S. Women's National Team, congratulations. They won the World Cup. We had the Home Run Derby for all you Mets fans out there. That was your World Series. Yes, Big Meat Pete, the polar bear, he took home the crown. Beat, what's his name, Vlad Guerrero Jr. in the finals. We had an epic Home Run Derby. Most home runs ever hit, setting records. It was pretty awesome. And then last night we had the All-Star Game in which the American League won for the 7th straight time. Cleveland's own Shane Bieber won the MVP honors, so that was pretty cool. We also had Kawhi Leonard. He finally made his decision. He is headed to the Clippers along with Paul George. That happened last weekend. That was wild. We found out, I think today, that it's a 2-year deal, so he can opt out after 2 years. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, light week, nothing much else. That's it. And to the guy that hit me up with the Patreon, I don't want to cut him too short, but again, it's training camp. There's a lot that goes on in football. Just keep an eye out on Hard Knocks. Oakland Raiders should be a lot of fun to watch. Yeah.
Nice.
With that being said, catch me every Friday. This Week in Sports. Pody out.
All right, Pody, thank you very much. So that was our Sports Minute. Again, you could catch Pody, like you said, every week on... Where are you at, Pody? You're everywhere, right? You're iTunes, that's where I listen.
iTunes, Spotify, everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, everywhere.
I do want to tell you guys something, too, that just reminded me that I wanted to remind everybody. I know a lot of people use Spotify for listening to podcasts. You listen, different applications, whatever, iHeartRadio, wherever's your favorite. But if you have an iPhone, you don't have to listen on iTunes, but hop over to that podcast app and just subscribe to our podcast through the app, because that really does help us out. Leave us a 5-star review, leave us a comment, whatever, and then go back to your Spotify, because I know our Spotify numbers are starting to really grow. iHeartRadio is starting to grow as well. I never would think to listen to a podcast on iHeartRadio, but I've gotten a couple people. I did a poll on my Patreon. People listen on Pandora to our fucking podcast. Like, it's weird. I never would think Pandora for podcasts,
You know what?
but
People listen to certain, use certain applications, and they're loyal to them. So
yeah, for sure. So anyway, so that was our Sports Minute. Thank you, Pody. We were going to talk about Joey, but I don't know if Joey bailed off.
I don't think he's coming back.
Oh, he's not coming back? Okay.
No.
Did he get some bad news? Or?
His stomach is having some issues, he said.
Oh, okay. So we were going to go into a little procedure. So for those of you who watch the pre-show on Patreon, you know this already, but Joey has an endoscopy and what is it called?
Colonoscopy.
Yeah, he's going for a colonoscopy and an endoscopy.
Endoscopy.
What is
Friday.
it? Friday. So he didn't start prepping yet.
No, he didn't start prepping, but I guess his stomach jumped the gun a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's
Oh boy. So, all right. So Joey has this going on, and Friday he will be in the hospital getting all this shit taken care of. So there was no weigh-in tonight for Joey. We don't have a Joey Bag of Donuts segment or anything for you guys, but he has been going to the gym. He has been dieting. I know this for a fact. He has been doing his cardio. I know this for a fact. And when we went to AC a couple weeks ago, or actually it was last weekend, he went to the gym all the days that we were there. I followed him there. I made sure he lifted. He did his cardio. He was sending me pictures the next morning that he was on the treadmill. So Joey is doing his fucking thing. This procedure is probably going to take about 20 to 25 pounds of water out of his system.
Yep.
Because he's going to be shitting his brains out. So you got to like clean yourself out, right? Mm-hmm. When you do that. So anyway, Joey Bags, we hope that this whole procedure goes well if you're listening back to this. And we're looking forward to you killing it on stage in November.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know if he's going to make it to the colonoscopy. He's texting me right now.
What is he saying?
He's on the toilet sweating.
Where is he?
Is he on
upstairs?
He went to my house.
Oh my god.
This fucking guy.
Joey Bag of Donuts refuses to shit anywhere but I guess his old house or his house. I mean, if you gotta go, I guess you gotta go, but he would rather shit his pants than like stop at a Wawa or something to shit. Which
he'll buy a hotel room on a road trip just so he can use the bathroom.
Yeah, he does that. He's like, he'll know that he's got to go from, he knows he shits every 3 hours. If he's got a fucking 6-hour road trip coming, he finds 3 hours away, books a hotel for like $50, just goes in, shits, and then leaves. It's fucking weird.
He was that kid that used to, in high school, that would leave school, get like a nurse's note and go home and take a poop and go back to school.
Yeah, what a weirdo. Jay Weezy's World, what's up, my man? What a big dono. Thank you so much, Jay. He says, just checking in, showing love. Salute Joe on the weight loss grind. So, yes, Joey Bags, he's doing his thing, man. Jay Weez, we appreciate you, brother. Joshua Navarro. Damn, I haven't seen Josh in a minute.
Big Josh, what up?
I like a fat girl's armpit as my playground. Well, you knew Josh was going to say some shit.
Josh.
So, big shout out to you, Josh. We've missed you, my man. We got a baddie this week, Ray?
Yeah, for sure. Let's get it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the moment you've all been waiting for. Ray Worldwide's baddie with a fatty of the week.
Yeah. Take that. Oh, man, I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, so this week's winner is going to be, and this is an easy one, Lola.Montana. So
Finally.
LOLA.MONTANNA. Lola.Montana.
Lola.Montana, you are this week's Ray Worldwide's baddie with a fatty of the week. Is she from Australia, Ray? Looks like she's from. Yeah,
She
okay.
might be an Aussie.
God damn. All right, so she's got 80.1K. She's following 49, so she falls well within the reach of 100,000 followers. All I could see is the top in this one. Pody, you want to cue me up? She's definitely light skinned. She's definitely
She's definitely a light skin.
She's definitely a light skin. She's some sort of I don't know, maybe
She's from the bush.
yeah, she's from somewhere, but she's really hot. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a booty pic for you guys. Well, I don't have a bare booty pic, but we have this one here. She might have a little Asian in her too, man. So yeah, she definitely qualifies.
She have a little Ray Vegas.
She definitely qualifies for baddie with a fatty of the week. So, and she doesn't look like she's overweight. So Lola Montana,
And she doesn't look like a tranny.
yeah, she doesn't look like a tranny either. So
Good job,
no,
Ray.
she's not 2X and she's not a tranny. So all we have in stock right now, you know, I still haven't restocked the baddie with a fatty tanks. All we have is small left in stock. So we appreciate Lola, you being a petite female with a big booty and big boobs. If you're all natty chicken patty or not, I don't know. I don't care. If I can stick my dick in it, it's real. So you are this week's winner. Reach out to Ray Worldwide. Oh, goddamn, Pody. Let me get that. I'm going to show this on the camera. Whoa. She's pulling her pants down just for you guys. How about that? Your live stream, you're fucking welcome. So reach out to Ray Worldwide, grab your prize, and maybe get his number in the process. Jimmy Triceps, we haven't had a pet peeve in a while. I know we're wrapping up the show. It's late in the evening. But do we have a pet peeve from you?
Damn it, bro. First, I'd like to say, again, all these shout-outs I'm giving, man. And, you know, I'm just giving a lot of shout-outs
Yeah,
here.
a
But
lot of shout-outs tonight.
big shout-out to my boy, Rahmood. You know Rahmood.
I do.
And to his son, Dean, listening to the show as we speak.
Nice, nice.
So what's up, Dean? A pet peeve.
Rahmood's famous line was, "Come heavy or don't come at all."
Was that one of his lines?
That was his famous line back in the day.
Dude, come on, man. Off the top of my head, I don't have nothing, man. Of course, you know I don't have one.
All
It
right.
wouldn't be the same if I had one.
So Jimmy doesn't have a pet peeve tonight.
Everybody's leaving the show
But
here, man.
I have a pet peeve, goddammit. And this happened to me just before I was going to the gym. We have another super chat. Damian McCoy. Damian, for a free donation, that's a lot of money, man.
Hold on. What do you
Damian McCoy just says free donation, but he leaves a $15 dono. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, Damian, and I know that you are one of our God Amongst Men members as well, so I appreciate
That was
the
a
fuck
dono
out of
for
you.
Pody. We're going to get the Pody some synthol injections.
Brent, now they're just flying in. So Brendan says, you guys keep me chugging at work and the gym, trying to live my best life. Once again, glad Jimmy's back. Love your Instagram, by the way. So,
Whose
Brendan,
Instagram? My Instagram or Rob's Instagram?
it's not my Instagram. It's probably your Instagram.
I got a dope Instagram.
I'm never on Instagram. So, what was I just going to say? My pet peeve of the week. Okay, here's my pet peeve. I was driving to the gym tonight. I'm going 60 and a 50. All the sanitation workers out there, please don't get mad. Did I just blow up the spot of what a sanitation worker is? I think I did that last week. But anyway,
You blew up everybody.
I do, because I'm bad at that. Shout out to our man Vinny Bag of Chips in the sanitation department over there doing his thing. I know he's listening. But I was on my way to the gym, and I'm doing 60 and a 50, which is okay. And it's not a highway, by the way. It's like a side road, and it's 50 miles an hour, and I'm doing 60. And this little fucking, I think it was a Dodge Charger. May have been what's the other car? Camaro. May have been one of those type of cars. It was one of those type of cars. Riding my fucking ass with this vroom 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 right up my fucking balls. So as I'm going 60, my now I got a scoop and a half of charged in me. I took
4 Clen pills.
no. I had a scoop and a half of charged. I took a 50 milligram Winstrol tab and 6 L-arginine tabs, with 500 milligrams each. So it was only 3,000. That's not horrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Not terrible. And dude, my fucking blood pressure as I'm looking in my rearview mirror was going through the fucking roof. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, I'm on a side road where a fucking deer, yeah, I said deer, we're like in the country here.
I know, right?
Could fucking just jump out at any time, and this fucking asshole is up my ass. So what do? Slam on the brakes. He fishtails, right? I slam on the brakes as hard as I can. I see his car fishtail out of my rearview mirror. Now I have plenty of separation between me and him. I'm like, all right, maybe this motherfucker learned his lesson. Nope, this motherfucker speeds right up to me again. And as I'm getting ready to pull into the gym, my turn was coming up. I roll down the window because I pulled off to the shoulder to make the turn. I knew he was going to pass by me. I had my arm out the window. I had my hood on. And I was like, pull in here. Like I'm screaming looking at him. He rolls down his window as he's looking past me. And he was like, oh shit, I don't want none of this motherfucker. He was like some little nerdy white guy with a fucking, I guess it was a Charger or Camaro. I forget, again, which kind of car. But it was one of the, they both looked the same to me.
He had an Abercrombie t-shirt on.
He probably had an Abercrombie t-shirt, or he shopped at Aeropostale or something, right? So, my pet peeve is a two-part. Number one, if someone's going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit on a side road, don't fucking drive up their ass. I don't care.
Here's my pet peeve.
What is it?
Don't be the asshole that slams on your brakes, man.
No,
just be a
dude.
bigger person. Pull off to the side and let this guy get in front of you and fucking and roll out.
Yo,
man.
brake checking like that is dangerous as fuck.
Bro.
Yo, I'm like, all right, motherfucker, you wanna fucking ride my ass? Boom! Slammed on as hard as I could. Fucker. See him fucking sliding off the road. That's what he gets. Number two, with your little fucking Dodge Charger, whatever the fuck you have. How much is that car?
Rob knows no. Rob.
I know
knows one
nothing
thing.
about fucking cars.
He really does.
I know luxury cars because
No, he does. He knows.
I don't even know
Jaguar.
luxury.
Jaguar and BMW.
I know
has to
Jaguar,
have 4
BMW,
doors.
and most Mercedes-Benz and Maserati.
That's why. Let me tell this quick secret to the live stream and everybody that's still listening.
Yeah.
Rob is due for a new car.
Yep.
And I am making him. Listen to this. I'm putting this out there because I already told Rob whether he likes it or not. Watch out for a video of me and Rob at the Maserati / Ferrari dealership in Edison, New Jersey.
Definitely won't be a
Coming
Ferrari because I don't think they make 4-door Ferraris. But Maserati, I'll do the I forget what the fuck it's called, but I'll do the. See, it's too Fred Flintstone looking to me.
The Maserati?
Yeah, the 4-door Maserati.
All right, well, we're going to the dealership and we're going to have some fun.
One of the bros sent me a DM wanting to know what the bros drive.
A bunch of
For
crap.
my earhead. So I drive an Acura. Rob's a BMW guy. Jimmy's a BMW guy.
Joey has a Honda. What is it?
Nissan. We both have
Is it
Nissan.
Nissan? Yeah,
Cody
it's a
and-
Nissan.
Yeah. And
But Joey,
Beard So Strong is an
Infinity.
no Infinity.
Infinity, excuse me.
Beard So Strong has an Infinity. I think Beard So Strong has the newest car out of all of us. I think his is this 18, 17 or 18. But anyway, yes, I am due for a new car, and that's coming up in just a couple of miles. Because once my car hits 100,000 miles, I'm getting a new car. I don't stick around after 100,000 and the warranty is up. Especially with a BMW, everything fucking costs $4,000, right?
Yep.
So I'm just getting a new fucking car. Actually, we just got a new Patreon member, Hayes Ardiles.
That's
So
my boy Hayes,
shout out
man.
to Arnan Hayes. Who
Let me tell you something about
wasn't
Hayes,
last year.
man. Hayes is an OG. Hayes is OG 11 bang bang for all of you military folks. That's an 11 Bravo. That's an infantryman. That motherfucker's out in the shit, front line type guy. And Hayes was one of the first dudes back in the day when I first started getting back in the gym, me and Hayes used to lift all the time together. That is my right-hand man. That's my boy to the death, my boy Hayes.
Shout out Hayes, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you jumping on board the Patreon army, man. We are growing like a dick with 2 hard AF. So, again, just another cog in the wheel. and we appreciate the fuck out of you, my brother. And we are approaching a really big milestone over on Patreon. So thank you so much. Here's the pet peeve. Let me wrap this up before we wrap up this show. My pet peeve are motherfuckers out there. And I know everybody has their thing. Some people are car people. Some people are boat people. Some people are motorcycle people. But motherfuckers, if you're going to get a $20,000 car and then you're going to put $5,000 to $10,000 of dumb shit on it, like rims and spoilers and vroom, vroom, vroom to make your car sound faster and all this fucking noisy shit, why don't you just go out and get yourself a Mercedes? Why are you going to buy some little... Dude, I know this dude that bought a Ford fucking Focus. Shout out to Ford Focus, by the way. It was a little orange fucking Ford Focus, which is what, about $15,000? And the motherfucker put like $15,000 into the car. Lifting it, widening the wheels, buying new tires, tinting the windows, putting a spoiler on it. Motherfucker, it's a Ford Focus.
Yo, can you leave the people alone, man?
Nah,
Just
that's
saying,
kind of facts, though.
Yeah, it
That's
is, but
fact.
you know,
Buy yourself a
people.
nice, reliable car.
Yeah, and can I address somebody in the live stream here?
Go ahead.
Somebody
who
just
you
said
gotta address?
something about you're complaining about BMW prices, but you're gonna go get a Maserati.
Well,
But
I'll be under warranty.
Yes, and the other thing is, here's another thing that bothers me about Rob. Rob could go out and, well, never mind, I'm not going to blow up his spot.
Go
Rob
ahead.
can afford a Maserati, let's just put it that way, but he sticks to these, like regular cars.
I like regular, though.
I
I like
get
being
Rob a
regular.
2016 Mercury Cougar.
God.
That's some, no, he wouldn't drive that, but he would, anyway. I'm gonna push for this guy. I'm telling you, people, man, watch out, because I'm gonna push this Joker. He's gonna be driving some hot shit coming up. Watch.
He's gonna hate you for the
I
payments.
know.
Oh, God. I have a limit on payments. I won't go over a certain amount.
No, we'll double
Anyway.
that.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, guys, listen, Jimmy, it was good having you back.
Thanks,
man.
bro.
We have. I'll let you guys know that our artist that does the our artwork for the podcast has made 2 different podcast art. One that doesn't have 2 that don't have Jimmy in it, and one that doesn't have Vinny or Jimmy in it.
Jesus.
So this is, I'm telling you, man, we just have podcast logos on standby, just ready to fucking drop. So, are you back, or is this like a to be determined type thing? Like, how do you feel right now, Jim?
I feel great, man. It's good to be back. We'll just put it to
TBD.
TBD.
All right, TBD. All right, cool.
Roger that.
So, guys, for Jimmy Triceps the Pody, Joey Bags, who had to shit and left, and for Jack
Joey
Man
Bag
with
of
permanent
shits.
tan, Joey Bag of Shits. This is Robert Frank, episode 67. We are signing out.